Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al, and welcome to Big Al Presents. Today on Big Al Presents, horror films you may have never heard of, but should give a chance. During this Halloween season, a lot of you like to watch horror films, and today I wanted to share a few horror films some of you may have never heard of, but should give a chance. Just in case you haven't seen them. These are some films I've seen in the last several years that don't seem to be too popular, but I believe they deserve an audience because I truly enjoyed them. First on the list is Southbound from 2015. Southbound is an anthology film based around a highway in the Southwest. It's a desert setting, so I'm assuming it's the Southwest. And like any good anthology series, it creates a set of interlocking stories with wonderful imagery. One of the most disturbing is this creature that you're looking at now, which is kind of a demon watching Grim Reaper thing that just hangs in midair and kind of keeps tabs on things. And you never really discover their full nature until the end. But I gotta admit, their imagery really struck me, and I was always I'm kind of a big fan of their design. Like any good anthology, each story leads into the next. This film does it better than many films. I know a film like VHS just has a little interlocking story of a guy who's watching videos, and that's what he's watching. On this one, each story kind of goes right into the next, and the first story kind of interlocks with the last, so it's a nice circle of a story. It's a very enjoyable, well done anthology, and I think you'd enjoy it. The next film is called It Follows from 2014. It Follows is kind of a demonic take on sexually transmitted diseases. Uh, Instead of getting a disease, you kind of pick up a curse. This young girl meets a cute guy. They go out a little bit, and one time she finds herself falling asleep, and when she wakes up, the guy had his way with her, and she begins to find out that a demonic entity is now going to be following her, and if it kills her, it will then start to go after the boy again, but she can pass off the curse to somebody else, which he, of course, tells her. So the entire film is, will she outrun the demon? Will she pass on the curse? Will she be able to solve this thing without doing either one? The entities that follow her are always changing, very creepy. Images in the background, always of someone she may or may not recognize. You do find out that they do take the vision, they do take the images of some people she knows. If you really watch carefully, you kind of pick up on that. The next film is actually two films. I know it's a little bit of a cheat, but it's my channel, so I can cheat if I want to. There is a series of films, well, if you call two a series, Creep from 2014 and its sequel, Creep 2, 2017, which is very aptly named because the main character in this, who is spectacularly played by actor Mark Duplass, is wonderfully, wonderfully creepy. And there's also a likability about him, which is kind of disconcerting. He plays, you eventually find out, it's not going to be giving too much away, He plays a serial killer. Uh, the first film, he gets a videographer to, uh, under the pretenses of filming a video for his son, to teach him things because he is supposedly dying and won't be there for his child. So he's doing this video, but as you go along, you find out that's really not so much the case. Creep 2, you kind of pick up with him again. And he again hires a videographer, but this time he's kind of straightforward with it, that he's a serial killer, but he's going through a midlife crisis. He's just not getting the thrill he used to out of it. He's just wondering what to do with his life. So he's trying to figure it out. And one of the little things he likes is this little wolf mask. I'm not going to give too much away. It's kind of funny, but Creep and Creep 2 are two great films. Last I saw, they were on Netflix, so definitely give those a chance. The next film is A Dark Song, 2016. A Dark Song is a very serious, dark exploration of a woman's desire for revenge, her need for closure, and to do that, she gets an occultist to lead her through a dark ritual which will eventually summon an angel which will grant her one single wish, a favor. You kind of think this favor is going to be revenge on the person that killed her son. It is a very emotionally powerful film. The performance of Catherine Walker, who plays the lead, is it's just a wonderful, powerful performance by her. She hits every emotion that would be applicable for someone who's going through the thing she does. And the occultist, these two are the main ones that are on the screen the full time. They have a great dynamic. It is not exactly the most friendly dynamic. He is genuinely trying to help her, but the journey is a long, slow burn kind of a film. So if you like those slow build, emotionally taxing kind of films, this one is for you. The next film, The Hallow from 2015. Fans of Game of Thrones will recognize Joseph Maul, I believe his name is. He plays the lead character, the husband of a couple who are trying to survive and keep the baby alive from a group of fairies. And these are not your normal fairies that you would think of when you think of the friendly little butterflied winged type of fairies. These are the dark Irish fairies of legend, and it is a very intense film. He undergoes a transformation, and he's doing everything he can to protect his family and keep his wife and baby alive. And it's a very intense film, very dark film, a very graphic film, but kind of a little known gem that you might not have come across. I couldn't do this video without including a couple of Bigfoot movies. Most of you know I have an affinity for Sasquatch, the big man of the woods, the hairy man, the grass man, whatever you want to call him. But the first one is Something in the Woods, 2015. It's a little independent film. Another family film. If you really considered a family film. A man trying to protect his family from some big hairy creature that they've discovered starts howling off in the distance, and at night it's coming to the house and kind of banging on the walls, and it's just them dealing with this terror. It's very reminiscent of the scenes from Legend of Boggy Creek when the creature is attacking. I believe it's I forget what the people who own the residence name, but it's the family near the end that was getting attacked. It's kind of a play on that a little bit, but it's a nice little independent film, and I really enjoyed watching it. And if you like Bigfoot movies, and you've never seen it, it's one to check out. It's got some pretty intense scenes. The howling of the creature can even get to you a little bit, because it does kind of hit that place on in your spine that kind of, gives you the creeps. And the next one is Abominable from 2006. This might be a little better known for those in the Bigfoot film fandom. But if you're, like I said, if you are just a casual fan and you've never heard of this one, great intense film, kind of a play on Rear Window. A man played by Matt McCoy, who's some of you may know. He's been around for a while. Sees a creature next door, close to his neighbors in the cabin who are renting the cabin next door. A group of very lovely college-aged girls, which is never a bad thing to have in your movies, and they all start getting attacked by this Bigfoot creature, who is, design-wise, one of the scarier Sasquatches I've ever seen on a screen, because he has big, scary teeth and will, is not afraid to use them. I'll just say that. There's a pretty cool scene in that one. It's also got some interesting guest stars in it. Lance Henriksen is in it. Jeffrey Combs, who is almost unrecognizable. You kind of see him in the picture there with the glasses over Lance Henriksen's shoulder. Phil Morris is in it. D. Wallace Stone is in it near the beginning. But great little film for those of you who enjoy the Bigfoot going wild on people kind of film. But just a few films I wanted to bring to your attention for the Halloween season. Like I said, your mileage may vary. I'm not going to guarantee you're going to like them, but these are ones that I really liked and doesn't seem to have become as popular as I think they deserve to be. I hope you have enjoyed this short little video. Consider some of my recommendations. If you do, I hope you really enjoy them. If you have some of your own, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always open to discovering little gems during the Halloween season or any time of the year. Horror is not just for Halloween anymore. But that being said, I hope everyone has a wonderful Halloween. Got, as I'm recording this, just a little less than a week left. But plenty of time to check out one or two of these films, or put in an old favorite that's a little more popular, like Trick or Treat or Halloween 1978 or anything like that. Hope everyone has a wonderful day, and as always, take care.